Good morning, all of you. Can you hear me? Just please confirm my voice. We'll start. The editorial which I brought today is published in Hindu newspaper on 1st of February. Okay, it was on 1st of February. This was published. So it is not today's newspaper. It is a 1st February 2022 newspaper. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, you can also download this from the Hindu newspaper website, or you can have an app, or you can buy it directly also. Okay, if you want from me, you can just send me a message. It's 99959168183. Okay, so the articles, the Ukraine issues are happening. Russia is almost invading the Ukraine. So in this background, there's an article. Okay, the mind and the state of Russia's president. Okay, in a sense, Putin is seeking to rewrite history with an attempt to push NATO back and restore Russia's stature. Okay, how many of you know why NATO was created? What is the purpose of having NATO? How many of you know that? The NATO was created to safeguard the countries against Russia's expansion or Russia's threat. Okay, write down. The NATO was created to defend the countries against Russia. To defend the country against Russia. Okay, that was the aim, and it was led by US. All of you know it was led by USA. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Please copy it down. Is it visible? Should I make it larger? Is it okay now? Okay. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay. Then we have something called, write down this, OSCE. Okay, OSCE. It is Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe. Okay, it has got 57 countries, 57 members of. So all this they may ask in either MCQ or in descriptive also. You can go through all this. Okay. So first thing is, what is NATO? NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It's got 30 countries. 30 countries are there. Okay, 30 countries are there. Here 57 countries are there in OSCE. OSCE, that means Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. Okay. The immediate provocations. Okay, why this all started? The issue started. Russia sending 1 lakh. Okay, now I think there will be more also. Okay, Russian troops are sent near the Ukraine border. Near the Ukraine border, with the possibility of imminent invasion. Now actually almost the Russian troops are inside Ukraine. If you have seen my previous classes, I told you, if this is Ukraine, like there are two provinces, are two kind of province or places are there which has been now given a separate independency by the Russia. Russia is saying that you are an independent country now. Okay. Who can name those countries or the region? The region announced by Russia as an independent country. What are the names of those? Please comment. So that has been recognized by the Russia as a separate country, and because of that, Russian troops are present inside this. Okay, if I mark this with the red color, then you can see Russian troops are inside this again. Whereas this entire full thing is the Ukraine. Okay, so Russian troops are already, again, the date is today's 23rd February. Already they are inside the Ukraine. Okay, and there are a lot of sanctions are coming for Russia. Okay. Now, why this happened is not just because they are sending 1 lakh troops or more than that. The reason behind that is Ukraine wants to join NATO. Okay, write down that very clearly. Ukraine wants to join NATO. Ukraine wants to join NATO. Okay, Ukraine wants to join NATO. Okay, Georgia. Okay, all this Georgia, Ukraine, if you see, these are breakaway group from Russia. The so-called how many of you know there was a country called USSR? Okay, in 1991, this USSR split into many countries. Okay, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Latvia. Can you name for some of the other countries which is a part of? Very good, Ash. And Donetsk and Lugansk. Sometimes they are using H also instead of G. Very good. So they are going and joining NATO means it is a security threat for the Ukraine. Okay, it's a security threat for Ukraine. Okay, look at this. Russia is doing problem for Georgia also. Okay, Russia intervened in taking over the Georgian province of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. Okay, please try to find all this in the map. They may ask you map question. Where are they located also? Okay, where are they located? Very good, Aaron. So try to find out these places. This South Ossetia and Abkhazia. Okay, as protests mounted in 2013 against Ukraine President Viktor Yanukovych, who was seen as a pro-Russia, Russia annexed Crimea. Okay, this was also done by the Russia. Russia annexed Crimea. Okay, Crimea is actually a peninsula. Okay, the bottom of, if you look at the map, you can see it is the bottom of Ukraine. Legitimacy, it has estimated 94% of referendum in 2014. For last 7 years, the eastern provinces Luhansk, okay, or Donetsk, okay, have seen pro-Russia militant fighting Ukrainian forces backed by the Russia. Okay, so what is happening is the eastern, this I told, Luhansk and okay, this are fighting the Ukrainian forces, and they are supported by Russian forces. Okay, now they have been announced as an independent country. Okay. Now they are announced as an independent country. Okay. However, troubles came in the multiples. Okay, even as Putin tries to dampen the Ukraine tilt to the west, it has to shore up Belarus president, okay, who to get a sixth term in office, sparked widespread protests, creating new uncertainty in Russian border. Okay. In South Korea, see all these places. Try to find out where is Belarus is located. See, Belarus is a very close ally of Russia. Russian troops are present in Belarus. Okay, to attack this. And then Caucasus is a mountain. Okay, South Caucasus. Find out where are they. Fighting broken between Azerbaijan and Russian. Okay, Armenia. Try to find all these countries in the map. Okay, if you want, I can create one. It's not visible, guys. Sir, could you increase the following font size, please? Not visible. Already I have increased it. Asha, confirm. Is it okay now, or you want still more? Okay, now look at this. Okay, this yes 400. What do you know about yes 400? Who can tell me? Yes 400. What is yes 400? Okay, so the double game actually is played by the Turkey. Turkey is one hand they are supporting Ukraine, and they are also buying the S 400 from Russia. Okay, little more you want. Okay, S 400 from Russia they are buying. S 400 is a missile defense system. That means it can act as a radar. It can act as a defense system. That means air defense system. That when the incoming missile is coming, it can kill that incoming missile. It can also launch. It's a multi-purpose. Like S 400. India is also going to buy this from Russia. In Central Asia in early January, protest against the fuel price. Okay, look at this fuel price in Kazakhstan again, and there also Russian troops were sent. Okay, right on Kazakhstan. See, basically the world was a bipolar world. Again, right on till 1991, the world was bipolar world. Bipolar means two poles are there. What are the two poles? One is the USA, the other one is Russia. Okay, yeah, Trump missile system, very good. Bought by Russia, bought by India. India is going to buy. I don't think India have already bought. They are going to buy. So bipolar world is there, two world is there, two world. So in this two world, either you are with the USA or with the USSR. Okay, but with the collapse of USSR, what happened is we have only one pole, that is a USA. Okay. Then we also had emergence of China, emergence of Germany, all these are there, but still the world is led by USA. Now presently, since the Ukraine issue started, now I feel that Russia is trying to get its place in the history. Okay, they are trying to become a powerful with the help of China. Please write down, with the help of China, because they have common enemy. Okay, China as well as Russia, write down, common enemy is USA. So the axis of Russia and China is going to rule the world. Okay, because USA is withdrawing. Okay, how many of you noted that USA may not fight the Russian forces in Ukraine? They are ready to send the weapons. Okay, they may send some troops from other countries. I don't think that USA will fight the Russia. Okay, so now the world, when you are looking for in the future, the Russia and China is going to become a big power in the world. Okay. Now one example is this one. Kazakhstan, there's a civil riots happening, and who is helping them? Russia is sending the troops to Kazakhstan. Right now, Russia is sending the troops to Kazakhstan. Russia is sending the troops to Kazakhstan. Okay. Now write down this another organization called CSTO. Okay. CSTO. It is a Collective Security Treaty Organization. Collective Security Treaty Organization started by Russia. In fact, if you look at to counter NATO, Russia did not start any organization. Okay. To counter NATO, they did not start any organization. Two, three things you can say, but this is CSTO. CSTO stands for Collective Security Treaty Organization. Okay, the members are, right on the members. It is from Russia is of course a member. Okay, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. Okay, please write down. Can be a question. Okay, this particular article is the expected article. The question will come from this article. Okay, definitely, because a lot of organizations are given, and either map question also possible. Okay, I'll try to, if time permits, I'll help the map question also. But write down CSTO members are Armenia is there, Belarus is there, Kazakhstan is there. Okay, Kazakhstan is there, Kyrgyzstan is there, Russia is there. Okay, then Tajikistan is there. Okay, these are the members. Okay, members of CSTO. Okay, CSTO. Okay, this was formed in 2002. This was formed in 2002 only, recently only. Okay, just 20 years back. 20 years back. But NATO was formed in 1949, sometime that time. Okay, NATO. Okay, seeking lost glory. This is what I was telling. Okay, now Putin is, see Putin. How many of you know how long Putin is the president of Russia? How many years? I think more than 2 decades he is there. Okay, in fact, if I correctly remember, he was a president. Okay, and then he became prime minister, making somebody else as a president, because only 2 terms they'll give you. So 2 terms he was a president, then he became prime minister, then again he became the president. I think he's the 4th term he is the president of Russia. Okay, almost big dictator kind of thing. Okay, so Putin, okay, very strong leader. Okay, that is the thing. We don't have such a strong leader in the USA. That is a problem. That is why Putin is becoming very powerful. He can do whatever he wants. In the sense, Putin is working to reduce. Okay, I told you now. Okay, since 1990, the world has become a unipolar. Okay, and now it has become it is trying to become. It engaged Russia through NATO's partnership of peace that grew NATO-Russia Council. Okay. Okay, look at them. According to Putin, the breakup of the USSR is the biggest tragedy of the 20th century, and he called the eastward expansion of NATO that added 14 new Baltic and Central Asian European member states. That is what he didn't like it. Okay. See, always there will be see, you are wounded, okay, you are humiliated, okay, then you'll have that, taking revenge, okay. So that, in 1991, when the USSR got separated, it broke up into different pieces. That is there in the mind of the people of Russia. They want to take a revenge. Now, in addition to that, the new countries are added into the NATO. That means the countries which is broke away from the Russia are being added into NATO. That he didn't like it. Okay, that he didn't like it. So at one point of time, you are surrounded by the NATO countries. Right now, you are surrounded by Russia is surrounded by NATO countries. Russia is surrounded by NATO countries. Okay. Which article of the NATO says that attack on any country is attack on all the country? Which article says? Who can tell me? Which article of NATO says? Okay, NATO has one important constitution policy. Any attack on the member country will be referred as, will be treated as a attack on every country. Attack on every country. Attack on every country. That is why the Russia is fearing about. Okay, they don't want. Okay, that means the 30 countries will attack you with full force. Russia will be targeted by 30 all the countries together, led by USA. Okay, no idea which article says that. Okay, now look at this. Long back we had a color revolution. Okay, tulip revolution we had a purple revolution. Lot of revolutions were there where they all the countries went into a democratic mode. Okay, and he says all these are Western attempt. Okay, to for regime change. Color revolution. Can anybody give me examples of color revolution? Examples of color revolution, anybody? No idea. Okay, it started with Syria, then Georgia. Okay, almost every country we had, those region we had a color revolution. Yellow revolution we had. Then we had Velvet revolution, Rose revolution. I think Georgia is the Rose revolution. Okay, Georgia, Rose revolution. Ukraine we had a Orange revolution. Orange revolution. So log this. All these are backed by Western countries. So Russians have been cornered now. Thing is, you are surrounded by the NATO countries. All the countries are pro USA or pro Western countries. Russia has to restore its influence, restore its stature. Okay, right on. Russia is compelled to restore its stature. And they also want to push back NATO. Okay, they don't want NATO to come to their doorstep. They don't want NATO to come to their doorstep. In fact, before this could come, before this Russia is attacking Ukraine, Russia has given one plan to the NATO. Okay, we'll do some peaceful methods. Right on, two guarantees they have asked. One is no further expansion of NATO. Right on, one thing they want is no further expansion of NATO. Second one is removal of nuclear weapons from the Europe. Removal of nuclear weapon from the Europe. Okay. So these two guarantee they wanted. Okay, but that is not accepted. Okay, no further expansion of NATO, like a removal of nuclear weapons from the Europe. Okay, this was rejected by the Russia. Okay, that and all. Russia said not possible. No? Okay, so what is very clear thing they want is Ukraine must never join NATO. That is what. Okay, Ukraine cannot join NATO is what Russia is saying. But Ukraine, see, as an independent country, they think that they can join whoever they want. Okay, that is what their thinking is. Okay, so 17 Ukraine ground sites were. Okay, so see, in addition to the ground attack, right, on cyber attacks is also being played in Ukraine-Russia issue. Cyber attack. Okay, Ukraine has said that we will attack your websites, official websites, and all. Okay, likewise, Ukraine's websites are being hacked by the Russian officials. So cyber attack, please write down, very important. Okay, so this is a open cyber war is also happening between Russia and Ukraine. Open cyber war. Cyber war, which is very new to the warfare. Okay, very new means openly nobody has done. Okay, now they are saying, they are challenging. Okay, they are challenging that we are going to attack your cyber facility and we are going to attack your facility. They are openly challenging and doing it. Okay, how many of you know this AUKUS? AUKUS. AUKUS is the three countries are Australia, UK, and USA. Okay, it's a trilateral security pact between Australia, USA, and UK, formed in 2021. It is a surprise for India also. In fact, we are already there in the Quad. If you include India into this combination, I don't think UK is there. Okay, it is India. In Quad, how many countries are? 4 countries are there, right? India, USA, Australia, and Japan. Okay, Quad countries. Now UK is coming. They are creating a new trilateral security pact. India was also in surprise. Now this France did not like, because France has taken an order from Australia for a submarine. Okay. But now US is saying that we will give you nuclear submarine. Why you want ordinary submarine? Okay. Why you want sada dosa? You take masala dosa. Okay. So thereby the France is very angry with the USA and Australia also. Okay. Recently they have recalled the ambassador from Washington, Australia, to protest against the creation of AUKUS, and the submarine deal was cancelled from Australia. Okay, that also happened. Okay. But nevertheless, Russia was like lot of time. France has visited Russia. France president has gone there. Germany president, chancellor has gone there trying to stop the Russia's invasion, but that is nothing happened. Okay, the only thing Putin wants is very clear. Okay, we don't want expansion of NATO near our neighbors or near neighbors. Okay, they don't want Ukraine to join NATO. That is a clear thing they are saying. Okay, but that is not guaranteed by anybody. Nobody is saying that. Okay, fine. 2008 declaration about expanding NATO to include was seen as a rash promise that NATO was keen to forget. Even Russia's takeover of Crimea has been overlooked. Russian action in Ukraine has been wiped out. Actually, one thing you have to understand is already NATO has become irrelevant. Okay, write down all of you. NATO has become almost irrelevant. NATO has become irrelevant. Okay, because NATO was created against Russia, right? But Russia has become but weak. They are not as powerful as they were in 1990s and okay. So already the NATO purpose was over. Okay, it has become irrelevant. But now Russia's threat to Ukraine, all this has revived the NATO right now. Okay, in a sense, okay, knowingly or unknowingly, Russia has revived the NATO. given new lease of life by restoring its original purpose. Please write down. Okay, this is very very important. Okay, I'm going to use another color, green color. Please see this. Okay, Russia's action in Ukraine has revived NATO, giving it a new lease of life by restoring its original purpose. This can be asked as a question itself. This can be asked as a question itself. Okay, but the thing is a big surprise for USA because USA, for them, as if now the biggest enemy is China, not Russia. Okay, so they are focusing on Indo-Pacific, which has nothing to do with Russia. Indo-Pacific, and they are fighting against the Chinese. All these are happening, but suddenly now Russia has asked for a, like, they are the big. They want what they want. Okay, so that is a big surprise for US also. Like they never thought Russia will be so aggressive. Okay, so aggressive, and they are adamant on doing this. Okay, but Putin, that is possible. If it's somebody else, some other leader, they could have gone, but now Putin, it is possible, and also with the help of China. Okay, right now it is because of the China supporting Russia. Russia is very powerful now. Okay. Now, because of this recent developments, now USA has to focus on Russia also. Okay. Initially, they thought only Russia is a forgotten; they are no more powerful. We have to focus on China. Now, the shifting US focus away from China and towards the Russia cannot be ruled out. Okay. This one I will take in another class. This is something which we have to learn. Okay. Nord Stream 2. There are two pipelines. One pipeline is already active. Okay. Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is being done. Construction is going on, and recently, I think day before yesterday, Germany stopped that also. Like saying that you are attacking Ukraine, so we don't want this pipeline. Nord Stream 2 pipeline is from Russia to Germany. Okay, that and all that we have to discuss. Otherwise, you have to find out this route. Okay, what is the route it is taking? Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. Okay, but at the end of the day, nobody wants war. Okay, because it is affecting everybody. Because Russia, there's a lot of sanctions are there on Russia. Russia cannot do trade with anybody. So all these are there. Okay. But still, what ultimately is the pride and honor is more important, right? Okay, than the food. Okay, dignity is important. So that is the thing. Okay, Russia is actually playing for the dignity and not for the livelihood. Okay, they are working. If they are going starving, also okay, but they don't want NATO to expand. Okay, future threat for security for. So what is the security threat for? Is for example, suppose assume Ukraine has joined NATO. Okay, so for any dispute between Ukraine and Russia, what will happen? If Russia is attacking Ukraine, the entire NATO forces will be in Ukraine. Okay, or it is also possible that they can come and attack Russia also. So that is a security threat for Russia. That is why they are actually fighting for their survival. Okay, it is not just they are fearful of the sanctions. Of course, sanctions are there. Okay. Now I think immediately Germany has put sanctions, UK has sanctions, USA has sanctions. All have added sanctions to the Russia. Okay. But at the same time, European countries will also be affected. Why? Okay, why European countries will be affected? Because they are the what is it? They are the recipient of Russian gas, right? Russian gas they are getting. So that is why you can see gas prices increasing, petrol prices almost touching $100. All these are happening because of the Russian. Because Russia's output will be reduced. As if you are having a sanction on Russia, then Russia will not be able to sell their oil and gas. Okay. All these are there. Okay. Anyway, read this article one more time. Okay, there is a lot of MCQ questions possible from this. Okay, what is NATO? What is CSTO? What is ACUS? All these are possible, and the map-based question also possible. If possible, I'll take in another session. All the countries wherever located. Okay, bordering with. Already, I have asked you to prepare for Ukraine's neighboring countries, Black Sea neighboring countries. Okay, and Caspian Sea also. If you want, you can add. Okay, so within half an hour, you can, or within before 2 o'clock, please send me an answer. And the answer is, the question is this one. Okay, the question is this: Russia's action in Ukraine has revived NATO, giving it a new lease of life by restoring its original purpose. This is the question. Okay. Write it and don't write 2 3 pages and all. Okay, maximum 2 pages, 1.5 pages fine. Okay, within that, give subtitles for it. Okay, wherever possible, subtitle. Write point wise very neatly. Write as if you are writing the exam. Okay, any doubt, guys? Okay, let me know your feedback how to improve this if you want. Okay, we can do that also. Okay, see you then. Bye bye.